today's video, we are heading over to Scotland and we are going to be having a deep dive into Aberdeen Football Club and their 4-2-3-1 setup under the new manager, Jimmy Thelin. This video was a subscriber request. I don't really know too much about Scottish football, but I've done a deep dive into some of the tactics now, had a look at how they play, how they set up, and really how well they're doing, because I didn't know they're hot on the tails of Celtic in second position. And how Aberdeen's fortunes have changed under new management in the 23-24 season, finishing in 9th position. But fast forward to this season now, and they find themselves hot on the tails of Celtic. 7 games played, 7 wins. Are the Aberdeen fans loving what they're seeing this season? Yes, they are. But what are they loving and what are they saying? There is a real bravery on the ball. They don't just launch the ball forward. They play lots of long passes when there is a time to do it. They don't just want to get rid. When there's pressure, they accept the pressure and they try to play through it. The press changes to where it needs to be. They're all very good at pressing. They're forcing teams into making errors they don't want to make. And then they're also counter-pressing really well. That means they can play the ball forward long when they want to, because they know there will be bodies in the right positions. The team looks really well coached by a very good coach. And with that being said, it brings us over to SofaScore, where we are going to have a look at each individual player's heat map and have a look and get an understanding of how and where they play on the field, which in turn will give us a better idea of how to set up on FM24. Starting off with a goalkeeper in Mitov. Nothing fancy, no frills. Goalkeeper loves to protect his goal. We'll have a little bit of that. So just going to be a solid goalkeeper between the sticks. Now, both the wing-backs, Devlin and McKenzie, straight away, it leaps out to me that McKenzie likes to get forward as often as possible, looking to support the attack. But Devlin, on the other hand, is a little bit more conservative. Does press him a little bit more towards the halfway line. Will get forward when he has to. So I think we're looking at a wing-back attack for McKenzie and a wing-back support role for Devlin down that right-hand side. The 2 centre-halves on this occasion was Rubezic and Malloy. Looking at the heat map there, this line, including the wing-backs, does like to press that little bit further forward, getting away from their box, pressing up and around towards the halfway line. So straight away, we are going to be playing that higher line. But both these defenders, I think we're going to have them just the central defenders on a defensive role. There's nothing fancy about these. There's no frills if there's danger. Looking at both of these statistics here, they've both got 7 clearances apiece. If there's danger, get the ball out, really protect your goal. Now in the centre midfield on this occasion, it is Palaversa and Nelson. But no matter who plays on the day, the actual game plan doesn't change. One tends to be a little bit more conservative, looking to break up play, win the ball back for Aberdeen, while the other one is a bit more in a box-to-box, maybe a centre midfielder support role, getting forward that little bit more and helping out in the attack. But overall, what I'm starting to get a picture of is how and why they're so good defensively. Everybody really working for each other, playing for the shirt, playing for the club, and overall playing for the fans and really enjoying their football. Really solid work ethic so far from what we can see from this team. So yeah, we're looking at a box-to-box midfielder and potentially a ball winner as well in the centre of that park. Now into the wide areas for Aberdeen in this game against Motherwell. And both of these players, once again, emphasising what we just said about working and playing together as a team. Yes, they're both wingers. Both of these are going to be, I think, on support roles. They both get back. They both do their defensive duties, which is why we can see Aberdeen doing so well and having a very, very good, solid defensive base to work from. So I think either inverted winger support or inside forward support, we'll have to have a look at that when we get on to FM24. But like I said, we can see where the hard work comes into this team, and every single player we've clicked on so far covering as many blades of grass as possible for their team. Up next is Papi Habib Gay in that attacking midfielder role just behind Nisbet. And once again, we can see how much of the pitch he covers. Very much going to be looking to play this guy as an attacking midfielder, attacking role, but I wanted to have that free roam, be able to get around the pitch like that heat map is showing us, going out wide left, right, dropping a bit deeper to get the ball off the centre midfield, but also looking to score goals and linking up play with the striker. And the tip of the spear on this occasion was Nisbet, but he does tend to alternate with Sokler up front. But it's a very interesting position. What are we going to play? A complete forward? Are we going to play a deep line forward? I think a complete forward will suit. After looking over the past 4 or 5 games between Nisbet and Sokler, they're both covering a lot of ground. They're looking to link up play as well as score goals. So I think complete forward is exactly what we're looking for in this setup. I have looked over all 7 games Aberdeen have played, and this is some of the key factors I want to see on this rebuild. Possession is not of the utmost importance to us. Yes, we got 59% on this game against Motherwell, but overall it tends to be around 50%. They do get their line share of possession. But what we are going to look to do and create is as follows. Get ourselves into a solid 4-2-3-1. We want to be defensively sound. We want to be aggressive in what we're doing. We want to have a high press, shut down the opposition, shut down the goalkeeper, cause errors, turn that possession over. And when we do have possession, we want to be clinical in front of goal. With that being said, guys, can we recreate the magic on FM24? Let's head across there now. Let's have a look at the setup, look exactly what we've done, have a look at the player roles. Keep these fingers crossed, guys. Can we keep on Celtic's heels? Before we dive into the tactic, we will have a look at the expectations over the course of the season and what the board want us to achieve, and of course what we hope to achieve with this setup. The season expectations for Aberdeen with this tactical setup is they would like us to qualify for the Europa League in the Scottish Shins Premiership. Very, very doable. Scottish Cup, they would like the quarter-final. And the Viaplay Cup, they would like another quarter-final experience as well. But I think we can go a little bit better in all competitions with this setup. Let's take a look at it. And here is the Aberdeen setup currently for this season, the 4-2-3-1. Now, we have done a custom setup for this just so we can get everything exactly where we wanted it. So starting off, I think with the mentality, it is positive. We know they want to get on the front foot a little bit more. We know they want to get forward and they want to play some entertaining football for the fans. So that is a must. Now, the in-possession setup, our attacking width is fairly wide. On the approach play, we are going to pass into space and also play out of defence as well. But we're not going to distribute the ball to the centre halves. It is going to go to our wing backs. So we're going to look to get forward down the side of the field, looking to link up play with the wingers. Passing directness, we're not going to go too direct. We're not going short. We're not that sort of team. So we're going to go slightly shorter. So yes, we have got the option then to ping a direct ball if need be. The tempo is going to be higher. It's going to work into our advantage to get the ball forward as quick as possible when we turn over possession. But overall, as a team setup, we want to be disciplined in everything we do. Everyone knows their job. Everyone's got their own responsibilities on the field. And of course, we'll have a look at them shortly, each individual player roles. In transition of play, when the possession has been lost, we are going to counter press. We know that is an imperative factor of what they're doing so well at the moment. Everybody putting pressure on the ball. So we want to win it back. And of course, when we do win the ball, we want to spring at speed and look to really, really cause as many problems as we can for the opposition. And as we touched on we are going to distribute the ball out to the fullbacks, only looking to roll it short or take short kicks to them so we can build up from the back and then work our way forward. On the out of possession, we've got a high press from the attackers and the defensive line is standard, just in between the halfway line and the 18-yard box. But as you can see, we're looking to step up more. When we win the ball back, we're going to look to encroach up towards that halfway line, looking at penning the opposition. Our press is going to be triggered more often. We're going to shut down the goalkeeper, hopefully forcing them to play the ball long where we can recycle it. And this, for me, is a key factor from what we see from this Aberdeen team. There's a massive togetherness and they're not really feisty and they're aggressive in everything they do, putting the pressure on, making the opposition know that they're there. So get stuck in is imperative. On the player roles now, Mitov in goal. Goalkeeper defend, take fewer risks. We want someone just to not take any chances. We don't want to concede any unnecessary goals. In the wing-back areas, we have McKenzie, wing-back attack left, take more risks, cross more often, close down more and tackle harder. Devlin has exactly the same instructions, apart from he is a wing back support. So he's going to get towards the halfway line, maybe look to think about his defensive abilities first. But like I said, McKenzie is going to get forward as often as possible. Looks to link up with Keskinen out wide in that left-hand side. The two centre-halves now in Malloy and Rubezic. They're both central defenders, set on defend. And they have identical instructions there. We've taken fewer risks, closed down more, and both of them do have tackle harder on, really crunching the opposition. Win the ball, leave a little bit on them, but then maybe the opposition might not want the ball to feet against. We're really going to start crunching people with this setup. Will we get a lot of yellow cards and red cards? Hopefully not, but we'll definitely see. But I want to see the aggression from this team this season. Now in the midfield, on the centre right, we have an anchor in Nilsson whose added instructions are close down more and tackle harder. I want him breaking up possession, but also leaving a little bit on the opposition. Partnering him in the middle of the park is Palaversa. Now I looked at a few different roles, and I think the Volante offers a little bit of everything there. He's going to get forward, he's going to get back, and he's aggressive in what they do. And Lockett states there, very much acts in the same way as a box-to-box central midfielder. So with that position, we are going to have the additional instruction to take more risks, get further forward, close down more, and once again, tackle harder. Into the wide areas now, I have opted for inverted wingers, both left and right. I was and ahhing whether to go to inside forwards, but I think with the Aberdeen setup and some of the players, I think the inverted winger is much more suited to what they do. So they're both on inverted winger support. Keskinen has stayed wider, tackle harder, and they're going to look to get that ball from out to in and maybe link up with Clarkson, Nisbet or Palaversa coming forward. And like we said, McGrath on the right-hand side, exactly the same instructions. In the attacking midfielder area, it is Leighton Clarkson, but whether it's Clarkson, Sokler, Habib Gay, it doesn't matter. Whoever comes in has the same job role, which goes as follows. Attacking midfielder, support, we wanted to take more risks, close down more, tackle harder, of course, and roam from position. With this role, massively important to what they do. Like we said, it's a massive team effort from every single person on the field at the time. But whoever's in that role will have the opportunity then to get out wide, left, right, drop deeper, receive the ball from the centre midfielders, but also make his presence known in the opposition penalty box as well. So we want to see goals, we want to see assists, and we want some link-up play through whoever is in that position on the field. The last position is Nisbet, who is up front, but he will obviously interchange with Sokler and maybe even Gay. Might even have a go up front as well. But Nisbet is in a deep line forward attack role with the additional instructions to close down more and tackle harder. So pretty much from back to front, we're going to be leaving a little bit on everybody in the opposition. I'm rubbing my hands together, guys. This is absolutely an aggressive tactic. We are leaving the boot in. We're on the front foot. We're trying to pressurise the opposition at every single opportunity possible. The only question is now, can we deliver in the league? Let's simulate this now and we'll have a look exactly how Aberdeen have got on over the course of the season. Just going to put this out there for you all. This is absolutely crazy. The results are in across the course of the save and we have balled out with this tactic. Finishing second, was we hot on Celtic's heels the whole season? Yes, we was. A little bit too good for us in the end. Then getting to 102 points. But Aberdeen, 92 points, 80 goals scored with this setup, only 30 conceded. So we did want to be defensively sound. We absolutely was. And of course, we did want to be clinical in front of goal. And once again, yes, we was. In the Viaplay Cup, we did get the victory and bring home a piece of silverware for Aberdeen. And what a game it was. In the final, Boyle plays a long ball forward. The Aberdeen defence doesn't deal with it. A striker who I can't pronounce gets through on goal. And he makes it 1-0 after 45 seconds. Not long into the second half, and Devlin swoops on a misplaced pass from the Hibs defender, puts it through to Busian, and he strikes it deflected, and he makes the scores level at 1-1. And as time was ticking by, we thought it was going to extra time. McGrath steps up, puts it home, and delivers the trophy for Aberdeen, 2-1. In the Scottish Cup, we got through to the semi-final where we ultimately fell to Celtic. That was a little bit too good for us on the day. In the first couple of minutes in the final, Dizan played the ball across to Johnson. Then Johnson flicks the Cullen. No one puts any pressure on him. He's got time to shoot. He does strike it and he puts it past Mitov for 1-0 after 2 minutes. 36 minutes into the game, we get caught on the break. Our high line was caught out this time. Con gets through on goal, strikes it, and there's nothing Mitov can do to put Celtic 2-0 up just before half time. However, early in the second half, Duck does find the ball out on the wing, drives inside the box, tries his luck with a shot, it deflects and goes in for 2-1. However, it wasn't enough to get us back in the game. And just as expected, 63 yellow cards, top of the pile, and red cards, also top of that pile. On the attacking side of things, Celtic and ourselves here at Aberdeen dominated the goals, 95 for them, 80 for us, and our conversion rate was very, very good indeed. Now, this is where we knew the tactic potentially could come in clutch, and it duly delivered. We only conceded 30 goals, Celtic 21, of course, but look at the kind of calibre of player they've got compared to everybody else. So we take that and we can be very, very pleased with what we've achieved. Fouls made, of course, top of the pile, but this is absolutely crazy good. Amassing 20 clean sheets. We are numero uno, top of the pile. I think we've created a defensive masterclass. Granted, we're probably butchering a lot of teams along the way, but ruffling a few feathers definitely has took Aberdeen in the right direction. As we look at some of the top goal scorers, pretty much dominated by Kevin Nisbet as we expected, but right hand side of that field, 25 goals for Jamie McGrath. He's gone down that right wing. He's absolutely killed it this season. Granted, he's our penalty taker, but nonetheless, what a season there for the Irish international. But as we expected, goals all the way through this team. And on the assist side of things, the same again. Our left and our right backs, we wanted them getting down that wing, and boy, have they delivered. 10 for Jimmy Thelin and 7 for Mackenzie on the assist front. But let's not overlook Keskinen with 6 goals and 12 assists from that left-hand side, really using his pace, using his acceleration, using his dribbling, causing massive amounts of problems for any opposition on the day. But of course, in the squad, it's not to be overlooked how good the centre midfielders were. Palaversa, Nilsson having fantastic seasons, and the centre defenders also showing how solid they are defensively. I have to say, guys, that was a shock. Didn't expect this setup to perform so well across all competitions. We bagged ourselves a trophy along the way. Aberdeen, if they continue what they're doing in real life, they're going to put some real pressure on the big guns at Celtic and Rangers in the Scottish Premier League. If any Aberdeen fans are out there, come across this video, please let me know in the comments, was this a good take on the setup currently at your club? As always, guys, give the video a solid thumbs up. It is greatly appreciated. Of course, subscribe to the channel. Really want to get this channel going in the right direction, up, just like Aberdeen. Until next time, guys, peace out.